Coping with Tre Tailor, giving you info and advice to help you thrive and survive in life, because we'll always be coping with something. Coping.
Hey there, and thank you so much for joining us for Coping. I'm Tre Tailor. We're giving you info and advice to help you thrive and survive in life, because we will always be coping with something. Something good we're coping with is the South Carolina State Fair. Are you thinking, Tre, it's too early for the fair? Well, if you think it's too early for the fair, it's never too early for fair food. Nancy Smith joins us. She's the general manager of the South Carolina State Fair. Hey, Nancy, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. We have some exciting things to talk about.
Well, we are excited to talk about it, and we are going to come right back to you in about 1 minute to talk about what's happening with fair food, one of your favorite parts of the fair, with Nancy Smith, the general manager. We'll be right back. But first, don't forget to check the scroll at the bottom of the screen for information on resources concerning COVID vaccines and testing, financial resources, jobs, housing, and help with your bills, and also information on scholarships and several community events. You're watching Coping, hosted by me. I'm Tre Tailor. We are streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and on demand. So please like, share, and follow so we can get the message to the masses. This is a tasty message we want to get to you today as we are coping with the South Carolina State Fair. And just when you thought it might be too early to talk about an event that's typically in October, it's never too early to talk about one of the favorite parts of the fair, fair food.
Yeah, who doesn't love that?
That's right. Nancy Smith joins us. She's general manager of the South Carolina State Fair. You know, the food fair, first of all, the food fair is coming back. It's bigger, it's longer, it's better. And one thing I want to mention about it, Nancy, is this is one of those great things that were born out of the pandemic.
That's exactly right, Tre. I call our spring fair food drive-through our COVID-induced blessing. So put a positive spin on it.
Yeah, so explain to people that the fair food drive-through fair was, like you said, a way for people to kind of get their fair fix, but we couldn't do full fair, as you said, because of COVID. So how did you guys come up with doing the fair food drive-through?
Right. Well, this will be our 4th annual spring fair food drive-through. And I think that's a great question. That's one thing that I really love about our industry, the fair industry overall, because our fair, which falls in October, is really one of the later fairs in the season.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, in 2020, the vast majority of the fairs were not able to occur on their normal basis. So like we do with all fair people, you know, we try to think of something wild and crazy. So some of those before us thought of a drive-through fair, but the great thing about our drive-through is that we had the advantage of taking all notes on what the fairs before us did, and we were able to hone in, and they told us, don't do this, do this, and this is what works. So that's how it came about. You know, it was through the industry a lot, but I will have to say that I believe we're one of very few fairs that are still doing a drive-through food fair. And that speaks worlds of all of our folks out there that are listening, and that, you know, shows that they really do enjoy getting their little April snippet of fair food.
And obviously you're doing it because it's been successful. You've had great response to the drive-through fair food.
We have, and when we did not have our regular fair in 2020, I cannot tell you how thankful people were that we had, you know, a little part of the drive-through regular fair. Then we had the fair food. They did not mind, you know, it was a line, but it always moved, you know, at a comfortable pace. And yes, they really appreciated it. And we thought, well, it was in April, you know, the fair's in October, so let's try it in April and see what happens. And we tried it, and yes, it is something that people seem to really be interested in. But we know that, like we do with even our fair that comes every October, you know, it's on October, you know, it's 12 days, you know, you're going to have some great exciting things, but we need to tweak things a little bit, you know, and add some different dimensions to it. So that's what we've done with this year's spring fair food drive-through.
So tell us about some of those different things. It runs from the 16th through the 22nd, which, first of all, is the longest stretch that it's been.
We've added a little bit to it. That's right. And the actual fair food drive-through, you're right, Tre, runs April the 15th through the 22nd. So we know, like we said, that the people, they like the drive-through portion, but one thing that our patrons said, oh, we would really like to be able to pull over somewhere and just eat our food, eat those fries.
We want to eat it while it's hot. Yeah, yeah.
We can't take the aroma in the car and not get into the bag. So we listen to our patrons. So on the Sunday through that Saturday, our the Fair Food drive-through, you'll be able to come in, drive through, and then if you'd like to exit, you can. But if not, we have created a picnic area where when you finish driving through the food, you'll just go straight through a little gate there as directed, and you can park your car. We'll have some picnic tables. We'll have some tents out there, and you can have a good time in that area. And also in the picnic area, we will have a couple of concession stands out there. We added lemonade this year.
Oh, great!
So that will be one of the ones in the picnic area as well as in the drive-through line. And then we'll have some cotton candy and candy apples and caramel corn if you need some dessert while you're out.
Got to have some dessert.
Well, we're excited about that, and to offer that little portion to the patrons. But the last 2 days, I think this is something that I'm really excited about. The last 2 days of the Fair Food drive-through, that Friday and Saturday, just come on in, drive through, get your food as regular, go into the parking area. But at 8:15 or around about both of those nights, you'll be able to enjoy a free movie on the grounds with us.
Awesome. I love it.
We're always looking for something that's family friendly, that everyone can enjoy. So on the Friday night, the movie is Encanto.
Yeah.
The Disney movie. And then on Saturday, it's Top Gun Maverick.
Okay, two completely different types of movies.
Yes, but both all family fun, and
yes,
and it won't be a drive-through there. You'll drive into the little picnic area, so you make sure to bring your chairs or your
lawn chairs,
and of course, no dogs or coolers or alcohol are invited or allowed. But it's just a time we thought that would be something nice to offer the patrons. It's free of charge. The only charge for coming in the food drive-through is the yummy food that you would purchase. So that's the last 2 nights of it. And then on the front side of it, for those of you who are USC Gamecock fans, that's the day, the 15th, is the spring game with USC. And so we're offering a little something different for that. And then we're calling that our walk-in kickoff day. The Fair Food drive-through will be set up. So if you're around here and, if you're coming to the game, you can go to your game. We will charge to park in that area for the game, but you can also walk through and get some of your yummy food, and there'll be a little picnic area for you there that day as well. So it's like things.
Yeah, it's like a tailgating opportunity with your Fair Food before you go into the spring game.
That's exactly it. And the spring game is at 7:00, and we always open early for, just like we do regular football parking. So we will open the lot that day, and the food will begin at 3 p.m. on that day. So
that is so exciting. So on the 15th, right before the spring game for USC, you can come in, park for a fee, and then get your eat on, and then go to the game. And then the Fair Food drive-through is the 16th to the 22nd with 2 days, the last 2 days, the 21st and the 22nd, with a movie night. Encanto the first day, Top Gun the second day. Bring your lawn chairs, get your food, and have a great time. And of course, as you said, Nancy, the picnic area is available throughout the Fair Food drive-through festival for people to grab their food and then park and sit. And I think that's such a great idea, because like you said, once you get your food, you want to eat it while it's hot, so
you do. And as I said, our patrons told us that, and we listened to them. And now if you're in a hurry and you don't have time to do that, the exit will be open for you, and you can exit right out. But if not, it will be a good time to, grab your food and park. And maybe some of the businesses downtown will, want to do that and come out and have a little pre-fair fun. And so we're really looking forward to our 4th annual Fair Food drive-through.
Man, I love the just raising up the bar little by little. I love the idea of the movie nights. I think that's going to be a huge success for families. And then of course just the picnic area, so you can drive through, get your food, and then sit and just have a great evening with family and friends eating your favorite fair food. Now, you said lemonade is going to be added. What other things other than fish fries, because you got to have a fish fry?
That's right. Well, we have we've with the fish fries, of course, they'll probably be in their same location. They're first up. We're going to be having the turkey legs, of course. They're always popular. We'll be having all of the sausage sandwiches with the peppers and onions. But in that area, we've also added a hot dog to that, and you can have the hot dog with or without chili. That's another thing where we listen to some of our patrons, because they said, some of the kids don't really want a big sausage dog.
That's
a
right.
hot dog would be great. So we've added hot dog for that. And then we've added the lemonade. And of course, we have our sweet treats. I think it's fried cheesecake and Oreos and those types of things. And we have elephant ears, that's always popular. Funnel cakes and elephant ears. And then
the corn on the cob I thought was great. I was glad for the corn on the cob because I don't eat meat. So I was really glad for the corn on the cob.
Well, unfortunately, the corn on the cob.
Nancy.
No, I'm sorry. You can do peppers and onions. Do you like peppers and onions?
I do. Okay. Not as much as corn on the cob, but I do.
Well, the lemonade area is coming in for.
Was I the only one that wanted corn on the cob?
No, you're not. It was good. We just said we have to make some changes every now and then. Nothing bad about the corn. So we've replaced that with the lemonade, because lemonade was one of the major things that folks wanted. And just in case, I know if people are listening, they're probably wondering, well, why did you not bring the mushrooms? We get that question.
That was going to be my next question.
See, I can read your mind when you're thinking corn. And we really wanted to, but they're just not able to. It just wouldn't work out for us. We weren't able to get that, because when you ask about how we came up with the drive-through, it's very important to have the same thing.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
On each aisle.
Yes. And it was just, we were not able to do that with the mushrooms. So we're working on it. We're listening every year. We'll get you something really good back here, but we are going to have those nice peppers and onions and the French fries and some fun things. So
that's good. Listen, I can make a meal out of fish fries, so I'm okay. Look, maybe I'll put my peppers and onions on my fish fries.
I love that idea. Yeah, you can put a little, and you ketchup and whatever, however you like those, and a little squirt of vinegar on there.
I'm not a vinegar girl. I'm not a vinegar.
Peppers and onions and French fries sound good, though.
Yeah, it's kind of like a baked potato kind of thing.
Absolutely.
I might be inventing something new. The Fair Food Festival is coming back to the South Carolina State Fair on the 15th of April, just a couple of weeks away. On the 15th, that Saturday, it's the spring game for USC. You can come in, park to drive and park, pay to park, and then, of course, get your food fix on. Sit there in the picnic area, enjoy tailgating, go into the game. And then, of course, the 16th through the 22nd, you can come through for Fair Food Days at the South Carolina State Fair. Great things. There's a picnic area for you to get your food, enjoy your food. And then, of course, like Nancy said, on the 21st and 22nd, the last 2 days, that's movie night in Kanto the first night and Top Gun for the second night. The fair is coming up. After we finish with the fair food, it'll whet our appetite for the fair. Any fair news that you can break right now?
Well, I don't have too much breaking news, but the fair is October the 11th through the 22nd. This will be our 154th edition of your South Carolina State Fair. So we are planning some, exciting things. We do have some new entertainment that's coming, and just, looking forward to that. We're still working on our lineup for the Pepsi Play stage, but I can tell you that we will have gospel night, we'll have praise night, we'll have Latino, and
circus is coming back.
Pardon me?
The circus
the circus at the fair is coming back. Yes, we'll have the circus, and there'll be some different acts in the circus. And you and I were talking earlier, Trey, that's something that we started in 2019.
Yeah.
And I really like the aspect of the circus at the fair because it's family friendly, and there are 3 shows a day. It's free with your fair admission, so that's always popular. So circus is coming back. We're excited about that, and of course, all the competitive exhibits. We're working on getting everything lined up for our fine art and student art and flowers and dairy cattle, beef cattle, chickens, rabbits, poultry, and well, poultry is the chickens, but a sheep and goats and all of that and more. So
When do people start submitting for that part, whether it be
that's
the
great.
art, the flowers, or the
Very
livestock?
good. Those are our competitive exhibits, and that will start July the 1st.
Okay,
You
July
can go
1st.
on, yeah, just go online at scstatefair.org. That will be the competitive exhibits, and they have all the whole month of July and the whole month of August to enter the items. And then you can just do it all online, and that is everything from flowers to home and craft and beyond. And yeah, that's a big part of the fair. The fair's roots
Yeah.
are in agriculture, and of course our competitive exhibits do include all of our livestock areas, but as well as home and craft. So we would really encourage folks to do that. So you always know it's all of July and all of August, and
Yeah.
really easy to do. And we have superintendents in every area that if you have any questions, they'll be happy to help you with that entry process.
And people can go to the South Carolina State Fair website for all of that information.
Absolutely, yes. Oh, and something important too, though. Speaking of food, though, during fair time, we will be having the cookie kitchen back this year. We will have cookies and milk, but we have it's going to be the Pro Kitchen Cookie Kitchen this year, and we're excited, to expand our cookie kitchen a little bit. That's very popular, and Trey, we also offered cookies and milk during our Carolina Lights during the month of December.
Right.
So we added that to Carolina Lights, and so we're excited to bring the cookie kitchen back this year.
You know what? I tell you, that's such a simple thing, but it's so very popular, that cookies and milk. And, look, girl, ain't nothing like a hot cookie, straight out of the oven. And, and when you walk in, the flavors and the scent just, this just excites you.
That's it. And a little inside scoop about that, talking about how our fair industry is so good about helping each other. That little cookie kitchen idea was taken from the Minnesota State Fair.
Oh, wow.
They sell cookies. They used to sell cookies. They sell theirs in buckets. And then Iowa State Fair sells theirs in a cone. But that cookie kitchen thing is taken off, and it started in the home and craft department, to really get people interested in going into the home and craft department. Because sometimes when you open the door and you don't see anything moving around in there, you're not maybe as prone to go in.
Yeah.
If you open the door and you smell that aroma, it draws you right in. So, and the cookie kitchen has gotten so big at the fair, we had to move that to a different location of its own.
Its own place. It's got its own place.
It does. It has its very own. So that's how interested we are in food here at your South Carolina State Fair. And you folks have shown us that you really like it. So that's why here we're in year 4 with our Spring Fair Food Drive-Through. And we're ready for it, and we're excited to add those new dimensions to the Spring Fair Food Drive-Through for you to be able to come and park and, just kind of enjoy yourself, enjoy your time with the family. And as you said, it is very important to, look at all aspects of everything. And I'm excited about the movies, adding the movies on the Friday and Saturday night.
That's going to be so exciting. That's so exciting. Before you leave, I want to mention that you are, the South Carolina State Fair spends $500,000 giving high school students from South Carolina college scholarships. And that has increased this year.
Yes, thank you, Trey. Very important. That is right. Education is one of our big areas that we always like to promote at the South Carolina State Fair. And we have had our Ride of Your Life scholarship program for years now. And thank you to all of you who came to the drive-through fair and the fair. And overall, over these years, we were able to increase our scholarship giving from $300,000 to $500,000. Yes, we're at $500,000 now. And we still offer that to 50 high school seniors that will be attending an in-state school or university. The deadline for this year has passed, which was March the 15th. However, if you want to just mark your calendars for next year in February, just look at the fair's website at scstatefair.org. That application always comes up in February, and it is open to all students that will be graduating seniors that will be attending an in-state school or university. But we're thrilled that this year is the first year that we're able to offer $500,000 in scholarships, because we know the cost of education, is ever increasing, and that just as our agricultural roots are very important, education is all encompassed within those agricultural roots. And we're very keen on that, and we're just excited that we could expand not only our Fair Food Drive-Through, our Cookie Kitchen, but our Right of Your Life scholarship program as well.
How exciting is that? How excited is that? So don't forget, the Fair Food Drive-Through is extended. A lot of new features. You can eat in the movie night for April 16th through the 22nd at the South Carolina State Fairgrounds. Just a couple of weeks. Get your palate ready for some excellent fair food, some of your favorite fair food. Fish fries for life. Nancy
That's
Nancy Smith, General Manager of the South Carolina State Fair. Thank you so much, not only for joining us today, but for all you guys do for the community. It's so much more than just the fun time, so much more than the food, as you say. It's the scholarships, it's the competition, and so much more. For more information on the South Carolina State Fair, including the Fair Food Drive-Through, the 16th through the 22nd, you can see the information on the screen. Visit the South Carolina State Fair website. Thank you, Nancy, so much for everything that you guys do over there at the South Carolina State Fair.
Thank you, Trey. And we appreciate everything you do and look forward to seeing everyone at the Spring Fair Food Drive-Through.
All righty. So listen, if you have a story or initiative that can help someone cope, please email booking@copingwithtreitailor@gmail.com. We would love to feature you on the show. If you have a product or service that can help someone cope, please email copingwithtreitailor@gmail.com. We would love for you to be a proud sponsor, just like all of our sponsors, including DHEC, In It Together SC, also Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall, Palmetto Media Connections, Agape Counseling and Training Services, the Comet Bus System, and Javis Financial Services. Coming up, our devotional, and then we're going to wrap up another episode of Coping. I'm Tre Tailor. We'll be right back.
Computers, they're a part of our everyday lives. But when they're not working, they're an everyday problem. So call Computers Unique, your everyday solution. 803-351-5821. Is your computer running slow? Won't turn on? Do you need a screen replaced? Or maybe you just need another computer? Well, Computers Unique is your one-stop shop for all your computer needs. They have a wide variety of new and pre-owned PCs, Macs, and tablets. So call Computers Unique, Dutch Square Mall. 803-351-5821. 803-351-5821.
Hi, I'm Tre Tailor. We'll always be coping with something, but God is always with us. Today's devotion says, when something in your life or thoughts make you anxious, come to me and talk to me. Thank you, Jesus, for this opportunity to trust you more. That's what we should say. Though the lessons of trust that I send you come wrapped with difficulties, the benefits far outweigh the cost. Well-developed trust will bring you many blessings, not the least of which is my peace. I have promised to keep you in perfect peace to the extent that you trust in me. The world has it backwards, teaching that peace is the result of having enough money, possessions, insurance, security systems. But my peace, God says, is such an all-encompassing gift that it's independent of all circumstances. Though you lose everything else, if you gain my peace, you are rich indeed. That's your devotional for today.
Coping, find peace of mind to survive through whatever. Coping, learning the way that we thrive all together. Coping, finding out what's real. Coping, we can heal, we can heal, we can heal. Coping with stress, coping with strife, bringing hope for success, for improving our life. Coping beyond hoping to do more than survive, ways to live a healthy life. Coping and promoting, learning what you can do, 6 ways to a better you. Coping, find peace of mind to survive